Many people are saying, Madam Helen Zille, the blue light in government, they are very addictive. And they are addictive. You can see it, how ministers are acting. You can see how these DA people are acting. They are releasing statements all over the place, all these ministers of DA, trying to over-justify and why this Bela Bill is a win-win. No, you guys say that if the president signs the Bela Bill, you are going to step out of the GNU. Now Madam Helen Zille is making so many excuses for what she said before, trying to act like this is a win-win, because somehow the minister, Madam Kwarubi, is the one who's going to be signing this and making sure. No, you were lying. Look, now we are still in the GNU and the Bela Bill is signed. Listen to what Madam Helen Zille was saying.
There are two parts to it. One is that the Bela Act will be implemented in its entirety. The other part is that Siviwe Gwachube, the Minister of Basic Education, first has to draw up norms, standards and regulations to govern the implementation of the contentious sections. That is Section 4, D, E and F and Section 5A and C. So the President has signed the entire Act into law, and we're aware of that, and that was an agreement that came out of the clearinghouse mechanism and out of the task team that reported to the clearinghouse mechanism. But the important point is that Minister Siviwe Gwachube gets to ensure that the norms, standards and regulations are there before those sections are implemented.
And I was in conversation with Sato a little earlier on, and I brought this point to them. And Nomusa was saying that for her, it's not a big deal because everything should be there in any case, and it doesn't mean that there'll be some delays. Is that your understanding as well?
There will be some delays, obviously, because of the fact that it takes time to formulate norms and standards and regulations. It takes a lot of time. There's a legal process that you have to go through. It involves public participation. It involves a whole range of issues. So Siviwe Gwachube will go through the legal process properly, step by step, and will get those norms, standards and regulations in place so that the contentious aspects of the bill can be implemented within that framework.
So did the clearinghouse agree on how much time this could take?
No, they didn't. Not at all. It normally takes about 18 months to finalize these norms and standards and regulations following the process as it's intended to be followed in law.
So you had expressed some concerns, of course, about this particular bill, even, campaigning during the elections, but also afterwards and in recent times as well, also speaking about the issue of Afrikaans, for example, and looking at the president's statement, he says that every person has the right to receive education in their official language and their language of their choice where reasonably practicable. And he then lists, of course, the number of languages. They have those concerns for you been addressed?
Well, PANSALB has existed for close on 30 years, and the question to ask is, what have they done in terms of their mandate to make mother tongue education accessible to more and more children? The Afrikaans community has done a lot to ensure mother tongue education for their children. The deaf community has done an enormous amount to ensure that sign language instruction can be given and that they can learn all their subjects through the medium of sign language so that it becomes a language of instruction. The question is, what has happened with the other languages? They've been totally neglected by PANSALB, and that is where the focus now needs to be.
So what does that mean then? Does it mean it's not over for the Democratic Alliance on this particular issue?
Well, nothing's ever over. I mean, we will continue to fight for democracy and for the Constitution forever. And the bottom line is that we agreed in the clearinghouse mechanism, in the task team that reported to the clearinghouse mechanism, we agreed that eventually the full Bela Act will be implemented when the norms, standards and regulations governing sections 4, D, E and F and 5A and C are in place.
So
that is the agreement.
So Helen, can I then maybe say, just tell me if I'm interpreting your position correctly here. You are saying we're backing you on condition that this process that needs to be done is done correctly. Is that my understanding?
Correct.
So what happens then? Let's say 18 months comes and the process is not complete and things aren't done. Has the clearing committee, the clearing house rather, did they discuss what does this mean then for this access that the president is talking about in his statement?
No, we did not discuss that in the clearinghouse because it's not up to the clearinghouse. It's up to Minister Gwachube to determine how long that takes to do it properly and according to the law.
But ultimately, it may not be up to the clearinghouse, but up to her. But these are political parties who hold different views on this particular matter. So if it does happen that she reaches that point and you're not happy, you are not going to be silent. So it means that we may find ourselves here again.
Well, we may certainly find ourselves here again on any specific day, but the president has seen fit to trust Siviwe Gwachube to put together those regulations, those norms and standards, and to make sure that she finishes them in a reasonable time frame. And we have a lot of confidence in Siviwe Gwachube to do that.
Blue light. Bumnande government. Mr. Gates McKenzie will tell you, government is nice. Hey, abahambe akusana abahambe manje. Ziyakhala lapha government. Akuna bahambe wala. No bahambe. Bahambe is gone. Abahambe is gone. There's no abahambe. How? It's gone, it's done. Abahambe aisekho. So the blue lights can even make abahambe shut up. The blue lights can make abahambe disappear and there's no more abahambe. That's the government, that's the ministerial position power. Can make Mr. Awahambe to shut up. Yeah, blue lights. Look, the TA now, they're saying, Bela Bill is a win-win. The government did a good thing. We're all benefiting. Hey, home languages, everyone is going to benefit. Hey, but hey, this don't worry. As the TA, we are in power of this because our minister is the one minister of basic education. She's the one who are going to make this, get into law or not. She's ours. She's the one who's going to sign. Hey. Releasing statements all over the place trying to over-justify why they are losing. They've been proven wrong that they are bluffing all the time when they threaten to leave the GNU. And the rumors are saying that the DA only rejected this because majority of those sections the DA is not in favor of were proposed by the EFF. That's a rumor. I'm not sure if this is true. They're saying the DA is only rejecting this because majority of those things were proposed by the EFF and they're just trying to prove how much power they have since they're in government against the EFF. For them it was just a power move, a power play. This is a rumor, allegedly so, I'm not sure. So they were trying to prove a point and it backfired. Now they're bluffing, they're proven to be bluffing, they're lying when they threaten to leave the GNU, they won't leave it, they're still in there. Enjoying it is nice in power, eh? Hey, we're gonna leave the GNU. If Ramaphosa signed this thing, the EFF was like, we are ready to enter the GNU. The DA can leave, we're gonna enter. Then chigi 1 week later, that thing is being signed. The DA is saying we're staying. Hey, something is fishy here. What happens in the dark will be exposed in the light. One day will come out what is actually happening behind the scenes. But it is what it is. Thank you very much.